All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. What is Gucci? Manucci's. Welcome to the Half Court Podcast. I think today we don't need any introduction. AV, how does it feel to be on that side?
It feels a little awkward.
Yeah, today is just going to be AV and I. We're just going to be chopping it up. You know, I feel like it's that time. Last episode we did together was episode 19 when the whole, I don't even want to say it, but when the whole thing was, the whole world was just going to
crazy.
shit. And before we had the desk, before we made the desk, that's the crazy shit, you know?
I think like 3 episodes afterwards we got it, huh?
No, it was episode 19.
So when did we get the desk?
Episode 20.
Oh, the next episode?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. Shout out to Young Nas, too, for...
being the first one, you know. So let's get this rolling, man. AV, what are we going to talk about, man? What do you want to talk about?
Man, just everything, man. I think just how you been, bro? Shit.
Oh, man, it's been a roller coaster.
I think you get to ask a lot of questions, so...
You're going to ask me?
Ask you some questions.
Hell yeah. And it's been a roller coaster, man. I feel like right now I'm getting to the point of, like, burnout. And it's crazy because it's like...
You're getting to it or you already got there?
I think I'm getting there, bro.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting there. I think I'm getting to the point where it's like I'm getting too much workload, and I'm taking them. I don't know how to say no to it, and it can be overwhelming. And then
your mind goes like all over the place.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy. Like it can get bad because then on top of that, I got life to deal with. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
So I got to jiggle that shit too, and we're just trying to, like, as of right now, I'm just trying to maintain a balance, but also be at peace mentally, bro, because I feel like the mental health is a big thing, you know, and you don't want to fucking, get overwhelmed with that.
Yeah, man, I think that's a big thing with mental health. Is like one of those where people don't talk about it, so it's getting better, but it's still...
Why do you think is that?
Because I think people are embarrassed they think that people are going to say that they're crazy or that, like shit like that.
So if I, like, come to somebody and tell them I'm depressed, you think that has a part to do of, like, this motherfucker crazy, or, you know what I'm saying?
They might, or they might not even know. It might get to that point where they're like, man, I really don't want to fuck with that nigga because he's always fucking depressed. And, so depression is just one of those things where, like, people just lock themselves in the room sometimes and they don't talk to people. So I think like people might not even know that they're depressed, They'll just put on a mask when they come out and then go about their business and shit, but deep down they're just not fulfilled. They're not, you know. Like I was watching a thing on this basketball player earlier. He was like in the Michael Jordan era. I don't remember his name, but he had mental health issues, and you can see it in a picture that we can put the picture in the fucking video or whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's everybody's happy. Michael Jordan's holding the trophy, and then this dude just has like a blank stare in his face. Like, everybody's happy, and then he's just...
It's not Dennis Rodman?
No, I don't think it's... He died in, like, okay,
it's not Dennis Rodman.
It was crazy how he died, too. He was in a boat. Like, basically, this fool was a superstar, but he was just crazy. So, like, the Bulls let him go because he was threatening them. Like, they were in a flight. Mm-hmm. So, he said he was going to pull the emergency door. So, if he would have done that shit, they would have all died. So he was fucking with the whole team, telling them that he was going to pull that shit. So he was just kind of crazy in the head, So the Bulls were just kind of like, man, this dude is good, but he's kind of fucking crazy. Let's just get rid of him. So I think Detroit picked him up. And at the time, he had just won a championship. So they gave him this stupid contract. And then after that, first year, bro, he just quit. And like he left like 30-something million on the table. And he was just like, fuck it, I already have enough money. I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to... just be happy, So, I don't know. He ended up dying on like a boat with his girlfriend. Like, I don't know, some crazy shit. But he was like, he had everything. He was a fucking basketball player playing with Michael Jordan. Like, and he was still just depressed. Man, and that was like one of the first cases of mental health. So, imagine how many other people were just going through that and didn't even say nothing. So,
man, and I think right now with having content accessible to everybody, I feel like more people are opening up about mental health and shit. So I think that's a good thing, talking about it. Like, even, I won't lie you, shit, I went through a little depression myself, and I was open to certain people. I let them know like I'm going through it. You know, I would let you know, bro. I'm like, oh, my shit is all over the place. I need a fucking break. You know. And it feels good to at least let people know like, hey,
know around you that you're going through some dumb shit.
Right. Because then like the other person, like we've had like deep ass conversations where we talk about shit. We talk about life. We talk about like how
what's the next move or what you gotta do too. And I think a lot of times, man, it's just it's like all that comes from decision making and shit. Like people are stressed because every day from the time that we wake up to the time we go to sleep, we have to make decisions of whether it's career, relationships, fucking everything takes, it's a toll on you. So I don't know. I've realized that and I used to hate when people said you can't do a bunch of things at once and shit. But like I've realized I just need to minimize the things I do. That way I don't do that to myself. Because I don't know. I feel like everybody that's like a go-getter at some point feels that they can do everything. They're like, fuck it, I'll do it. I can make it happen. I'll stay up. I'll wake up early. I'll do whatever the fuck. But I don't know. To me, it's gotten to the point where it's not worth like my peace. So right now, thankfully, I'm able to work in a barbershop. I'm chilling, Yeah. We do the podcast and really I feel like that's cool, Yeah. I can play with my dog and shit.
Right.
And it's, yeah, bro.
You get that mental break. Like you get to like chill and
I guess it's like a sacrifice too, because it's like, damn, all that time that I put into other shit. But I think it's a matter of learning how to say no and just quitting shit when it's not making you happy instead of dragging it out. You just, if I don't want to do some shit, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That was an eye opening, bro. When you came to me and you told me, bro, this wedding shit, this.
Yeah, bro. Like, it's just I'm cool on it.
That was an eye opening thing for me because like, if we didn't have that conversation, I would have probably just still be on that shit. And then like when you told me that, I'm like,
it was like a break,
right.
like almost like a weight off your shoulders.
Like I was like, yeah, bro, because I'm like, man, this is too much. Like it's too much. Like goddamn, like.
And right now the podcast is doing good, so why not focus on the podcast?
Exactly.
And trying to make it bigger and putting more. Yeah, bro. I felt good. I felt that was a good decision. And
no, for sure, I'm excited
as I'm getting older. That's what I'm learning to do more. Is just like make decisions and like not dwell on the past because that'll fuck you up.
That'll give you that would end up giving you that depression. I think there's quotes that say it all the time, and they mean it. Like, don't think about the past because it's gonna give you depression. Don't think about the future because it's gonna give you anxiety. Just live the moment. You know what I'm saying?
If you start thinking of your fuck ups and how, like, if you've done shitty things or whatever, you're gonna put yourself down. So let's just. And I mean, you might remember here and there, but fucking, like, just go for the new and improved 2.0 version or whatever you're trying to do. Like, whether it's lose weight or if you know that you're a fucking dick and you got to stop being a dick.
For real,
what I'm saying? Like, it's whatever. Like, if you fuck up, learn to apologize, learn to be, like, straightforward. If you're a fucking drug addict, I'm a drug addict. If you're whatever, I think it's what I want to put out there is honesty and, like, because I think that's where the mental health is, where people are fucked up in the head because people aren't honest, people are mean, people are fucking just shady snakes. So that's where like trust issues come in. That's where all the nasty shit comes in. So I don't know. I guess it's like one of those things where you cleanse out all the bad shit. Sometimes you'd be surprised, like some of the closest things to you are what's fucking putting you in the hole. You know, like. Yeah. Or the things that you thought like this is my dream or that might be the thing that's fucking making you crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, bro, like how you been though?
I've been all right, man. Yeah. I think this like past 2 weeks I've been feeling really good after I've made some like executive decisions in my life of not doing certain things and yeah, bro. Paid off some things I had to pay off, so less financial stress, less. But prior to that, man, it was crazy. It was just crazy. It took me. It's been transition because I finished school, so I had to get in the barbershop, and the whole COVID thing happened. So right when I was doing good, we shut down for a month. So that whole month is like, whoa.
Right, because it's like, man, I went to school, I did all this sacrifice to do something I love, and then you're gonna take that shit away from me, like.
And
what
it was
the
crazy
fuck?
just seeing every barber online and everything fucking stressed and like. just didn't know what to do. Like, it was just a sad time to like see everything just unfold and shit. So, and then I mean the income part of it, you know, as a barber, is just kind of crazy because you don't think about that. It's like, damn.
Yeah. Glad that you know things are getting back to normal, and we like I said, we got to live with it. You know, we got to live with it. But
I guess the thing that I realized is I just have to. That was a big one, bro. Is just not bringing the load down. So, because I was helping my dad, we had to worry about the Vivid Dream stuff, podcast, cutting hair.
Yeah, bro, it was a lot. And then like side gigs, like a music video here and there, like would pop up. So it's like, shit.
Study for my test because I still got to take my test, you know. So it was a lot of shit to where it's like, bro, that's already 7 things that I was all doing at once, and bro, I can't.
Yeah.
And you know, before I had already stopped, and then when you came on, you were like, let's do this shit. So I was like, fuck it. We did it for a little bit, and then I got back to that place where I was at, where I was like, this is why I didn't want to do this shit, because it was.
And it made sense because like even like I had to do it a couple of times because it's like, fuck it, bro, we can kill it. We got a good ass workflow, but it's something where you don't want to be there because I didn't want to be there.
And then that's unfair to people too, man. Like, you're not really there for you're just there because you're getting paid, and you're not really there because you want to shoot their wedding.
That's
like,
that's
I'll still shoot a wedding if it's somebody that my friend, or somebody, you know. But I feel like that's when your best, like my best wedding video was my homies, because I fucking
had fun with it.
Did it out of love, and I wasn't like,
you
know, it wasn't nothing.
That's why I that's what I did, bro. Like I recently got hit up by somebody that wanted wedding photography pictures and stuff like that. And I already I handed it out to Dylan because I know he likes that shit. He loves doing the photography shit.
And that's the thing, man. That it's like so many people out here that you can do that. You know, like
that they like doing it. They're passionate.
Like
and
my
shit,
sister, she loves doing that type of stuff. So it's like that's for her, and I can do it. But I just
exactly,
you know. And I'm not gonna lie, those checks, whenever everything goes right, they're nice because you just get a big chunk at one time, and you get the workout, and it's like, oh, nice. You know, I don't got to worry about shit this month or whatever.
It's extra income type shit.
It's like. That's a lot of pressure to have to. You have their memories there. That's a big deal, you know.
And it's stressful.
If you lose one picture or something, like with a family member that they really love, like they'll. I mean, then at least I'm fucking. I have compassion, so I feel bad because I'm like, damn. Now all that money that they pay me is not even worth shit because it's like. I didn't.
And not only that, bro, it's just like memory cards in general. Like that shit can fuck up at any moment, bro. Like I always shit my pants. Like I crashed my drone, bro, and thankfully, like, cause I was doing Eddie's fence. Yeah. So thankfully, that same night, like the night before my drone crash, I was like, let me transfer, cause normally sometimes I'll leave the card there.
Yeah. So it would have fucked it.
I would have fucked up everything. Bro, and
it's just it's too much.
So it's like
when I'm trying to get in a stable mental state, is I gotta minimize everything I do, even if the income is, you know, whatever I make barbering is cool. It's enough to pay my bills. I limited my bills to I don't have a big overhead, you know. Like I just cut shit down and like that minimalist life. You know,
exactly. Like I just I noticed right now that I just work with people that are friends with me that give me most of the creative freedom. Like I work for 405 Buds, and I get all the freedom. I go when I can, you know. So that's pretty amazing. Shout out to 405 Buds for that.
A lot of people have been asking me if I'm still doing stuff, and I will if I have creative control, like with Jay Nino. That was a cool ass project. Like
for sure.
You know, shout out to Jay Nino. Go watch that video too. That was a badass video.
Shout out to Jay Nino. Yeah, big
Danny,
homie.
Everybody, Aliciano, everybody that was a part of that.
That shit was fun. I wish I could have vlogged that shit.
It was a good project for the South Side. So
exactly.
See stuff like that. That's cool. I fuck with that shit.
Exactly. Like Eddie just hit me up for that unlimited fence, and it's like he's giving me all the freedom. So I'm like, he told me what he wants, and I'm doing it. You know, so like. You know, it's still stressful, but I don't got to worry about the client.
And he understands the value of it because he's already seen it. You know what I'm saying? He's seen what it did for him, so he's going to keep, you know. That's why it's fucking, bro. It's just one of those things where you just got to know, like Dave said the other day, you can't change people, but you can change people. So, you know, that's...
Elaborate more on that.
Like, you can't...
You can't change people, but you can.
But you can change people. So like, if this motherfucker isn't doing what he's supposed to be doing for the vision to keep going forward, and you keep telling somebody like, do this, do this, do this, and they don't do it, like you can't change that person, but there might be a person that wants to do that job, and you might just have to replace those motherfuckers.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
for sure. Okay, I get that.
With
Okay,
clients,
okay,
with
okay.
clients, same
Yep.
is there's those people that you fuck with and you really love, but they're just not gonna change. They're always fucking
Man, I don't know.
bullshitting. They're always late. They're
I
always.
already know who you're talking to.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, bro, like I've
Yeah.
been telling you, I've been telling you, I've been telling you. So, you know, if I can't change you, then I'm gonna have to change you, nigga.
Yeah, for real, for real. But you know, before we proceed here, I just wanted to take the time real quick to thank every single listener, every single viewer. Bro, we been getting a lot of love, bro. It's shit
For
crazy,
real.
bro. Like, it's crazy. You
I
know?
didn't expect it, to be honest, and that shit is like, it was. That's what keeps my mental kind of cool too, man. Is like that. I realized that's what I did, bro. I was like, what makes me happy? So I was like, when I'm at the shop cutting hair and I do a badass fucking haircut, and I leave, you know, I have my little money or whatever. That's fun because I don't got to worry about shit after that.
Right.
You know, the podcast is fun, so that's the two that I was like,
That's what you
let me
fuck
just
with.
keep fucking doing that. You
Hell
know,
yeah,
why
hell
would
yeah.
I add any more load
Yeah.
to it? Because I know that I still need work in the barbershop. I mean, I'm good, but you can always get better, you know.
That
so
every single cut is like you're challenging yourself to do something better, like to get
Yeah.
better and better and better. And
get those fucking Instagram cuts you see, you know,
Exactly,
like,
exactly.
you know, be on like George's level, be on Roy's, like right there, you
Yeah.
know, fucking.
that's the cool thing about being there, bro. Is like you got that like competition, that friendly competition that you know you say you look up to, and like
Yeah,
you
hell
get to
yeah.
like see it, and like when you see Roy doing a fresh ass cut, you're like, fuck, like all right, let's get
Yeah.
it, boom, and you start doing
Bro,
your
just
shit.
different techniques you see
Yeah.
that people use, and like you see how their clients keep coming back. It's
Yeah.
like, damn, they keep coming back because that food does something that nobody else does, you know.
Yeah.
So whether it's like using the blade a certain way or
Yeah.
just the way you do the fade, like it's cool, man. So I like doing that shit. I almost, because I always liked drawing when I was little, like younger.
Mhm.
I would buy lowrider magazines and then draw shit out of there, or like I had an airbrush at some point. I did graffiti. So with hair, I feel like it's just
No.
I'm just in my room.
No,
Fucking,
it's dope. Like the whole scene, I think you know, going back to doing what you love and shit, like this shit right here, bro, like the feedback has been fucking amazing. You know, people have been copping merch on the at the Half Court
when
store.
we go out, people fucking always show love.
Right.
Like it's yeah.
And then
bro.
just the like people just hitting us up like, hey, I want to be on. Like that to me is like, oh shit, like you know, like,
Like,
whoa,
damn,
you know.
yeah.
So like it's been amazing. Shout out to you guys. Thank you once again.
all the guests, man. You
All
guys,
the guests.
I've learned a lot from everybody. It's
Yeah.
fucking mind blowing. Like it's just like, even though everybody kind of has like a similar story, I don't know, similar points. Like every story's different.
It's different, and we learn like every
Yeah.
episode. I think it's that's why I love this shit. And it's like, bro, we're this right here would be episode 44. Like, bro, we've been 44 weeks.
just boom, boom, boom,
Boom.
Made improvements, you know, and I think that's
Yeah.
the thing, that we made a little production. So that's what made the podcast fun. Like, it's not just, you know, this shit looks like. I mean, not to brag or nothing, but I don't know.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit, boy.
I watch a podcast and their set is not, you know, as fly as our shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, we put some thought and it came together cool. So
No, it's crazy, bro. And
the response has been fucking awesome. So yeah, bro, I've been having fun.
yeah, with this, you know, and it's like anything else, man. If you're planning on starting a podcast, always always enjoy the journey, man. If you just start with like a microphone and a phone that's connected to you know your mic, look forward to the journey and the progress, because that shit is so satisfying.
Okay, so about that's crazy, because I've read somewhere that the dopamine you get, you're gonna, like, let's say during your career, the most dopamine you're gonna get is in the journey. So
Right,
when you
exactly.
so for artists, when they get that Grammy, when they have this fucking hit, when they're performing on that crowd, you know, that's the
dopamine.
So there's never gonna get, even like if you're broke at the time, for example, like that moment that you're recording and that you made that song with your homies are in there, you guys are smoking, chilling, that's the dopamine, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know, it's fucking weird. The journey, you gotta be in the moment, but it's so hard being in the moment. Like, I don't know why.
When we're about to hit that record button, I get that dopamine. Like, let's get it. when I'm about to hit that public button, I get the dopamine because it's like I know somebody is going to, whether it's 1 or 2, 3, 4. I know those people that are watching are going to get value. They're going to enjoy this episode and shit. So it's like,
and the people that are on it are gonna enjoy like having that part of their life documented. So like when they're, for example, like Steve-O, when he gets older, his kids are gonna get to see their dad say whatever he had to say, you know.
And Lobito, when he becomes a champ, not heavyweight, but you know, his division, when he becomes a champ, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we can look back 10 years from now and shit, like, oh shit, you know. That's the amazing part of it, man. And I'm excited to just keep rolling with it, you know. When we're in episode 1,000 or whatever the case is, like, shit gonna be crazy, man.
And I think, I don't know, just the amount of improvement we've been able to make with like little budget is pretty fucking cool. So when we're blessed with that fucking cheddar, I think we're gonna be able to do a whole lot of shit.
Bro,
you know
it's
what
crazy.
I'm saying? That's like I guess back to what I'm trying to do is like the whole Empower Visuals thing, to where it's like we're doing fun shit, documentaries. And one thing I was thinking about is a lot of our guests that we've had on, what we might have to do is do a smart little documentary.
No, that would be the ideal. I think
just
it's all about
content that we can have on the Empower Visuals channel, and it's good for everybody.
Exactly,
because everybody wants some video, so we have to find a way to where we all fucking win. You know,
I feel like we'll get there. I think it's more about, you know, building the name, and you know, once we can do it fully to the point where like even the actual YouTube is paying us to just, you know, a lot of people are tuning in and shit, and like, that'd be the dope. That'd be the move. That's where like I'm at right now, bro. Like I've been itching to do content,
more creative
on
shit.
Like I started doing vlogs, bro. That's why I have like the camera on me all the time right now, and it's like, you never know. So when I have interesting days, I just start vlogging, because it's also a journey, bro. We look back at the old vlogs where we started this shit, you know, like the whole studio setup and stuff.
And I think that's the hardest thing, is being in the moment, because you're doing so much shit, you know. So that's helped me lately, is just if there's people I want to hang out with, I'll fucking go hang out with them, and like not on some party and go crazy shit, just
on some like therapy. Let's talk.
Let's just
chill.
go eat. Let's go fucking, you know, whatever. And I that's been good for me, because that's one thing I've been grinding, going to school, doing this, boom, 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 boom. I'm 25 right now, so right now I'm like just trying to explore, go fucking see some new restaurants. And then shoot some cool shit, but like at a relaxed level, not like, oh, we gotta be here, we gotta go here. No, just like chill, like just fucking
I've came to
have fun. And that's it.
Like I set my goal for 2021. Like right now, I don't think I'll be traveling this year, because I did want to travel, but it's like, man, let me get my shit together. Let me find some fucking peace mentally, and like 2021, I'm gonna go crazy.
And it's crazy, man, because there's even places here in Oklahoma where you can go and like explore. The other day I shared a fucking list, and it was like places that have a patio in Oklahoma City, and it was like,
shit, I gotta look that up. I was looking for some vibes.
It was like 90 something places, bro. So there's a lot of places in Oklahoma that I haven't been to. So that's like perfect, because I don't have money to travel right now, so
for sure.
I can just, you know, stay within the city and explore the city. So even like apartments downtown is crazy. You know,
for
like
sure.
Oklahoma's growing, man. I'm proud.
For sure, man. It's a vibe, man. It's a vibe.
So I guess that everybody that's like lives in the South Side or the Southeast or in the hood, get the certain days go to Midtown. I mean, don't go over there and be a fucking idiot, but go to different places, go to restaurants, get out of the norm.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Explore the city, because there's a lot to do. So AV, when you get into these dark places where you're fucking stressed and you're like damn, bro, like I need to. What are
mad at the world? And shit.
So what are some of the things that you do to get out of that, like that helps you mentally and physically, like?
Man, bro, I have to get away sometimes and just like get back to the roots. So like go to the gym, and I've realized that the times when I start tripping out, bugging out, is because I haven't been doing those essential basic things, which is like.
So one is the gym,
and then giving myself that day off to just like fucking clean my car, or, you know, just chill with my dog and.
that pretty much.
Yeah.
Just kind of be more at a peaceful place, like maybe here with your dog, like you said, and like chilling and shit.
Have like a good routine going, you know, to where I'm not all over the place. So that's really been my biggest issue, bro, is me trying to do too much, like throw too much on my plate. So I'm glad that I'm getting older and I'm able to understand that. And really what I do too, bro, is just look at where I'm fucking up, you know, and try to fix it. Because I don't know, it's easy to get caught in bad habits, and it's fun too, like drinking and fucking just kicking it.
Yeah,
like I love doing that shit, just fucking. So it's, you know, that can be good, but you have to be healthy with it. You can't just go 3 days of partying and fucking that fourth day is gonna suck dick. You're gonna feel like a.
And then you got to keep in mind.
And that's where I've noticed. You got to notice your patterns. Like, when do you feel empty and sad and want to fucking kill yourself almost? You know. Oh, I fucking partied like 3 days in a row. So that's what I'm now. I'm feeling like shit because I had too much dopamine.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Too much dopamine.
It's always, at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to, is a balance. You know, it's a balance, and like you said, it's just keeping it healthy. But that's dope.
Drinking a fucking gallon of water, you know, doing little things like that make you literally feel better. So like, even if you're sore, you're gonna feel better.
Yeah, I think talking is one. You know, let it out. You know, that's a you know, if you got depression, like, hey, I'm fucking depressed, and I'm depressed because of this, and letting it out. You know, because you never know.
Hit up one of your good homies and just be like, hey, bro, I want to fucking let's just smoke one, chill, you know, whatever. Go have a couple drinks, you know, and go eat whatever.
Yeah,
and it helps, man. I've had people hit me up, and sometimes the reason why I'm so I don't know, man. I guess I've been questioning shit a lot, and I guess my purpose here is to like be the best I can, because a lot of people, I feel like, come to me for advice or you know, they look at me.
I feel like that too, bro. That's
so
how
if I'm not right, then I'm gonna let a bunch of people down. So that's where I'm like, man, AV, you gotta get your shit right. You know, you gotta stop. And I'm human too, so it's hard because sometimes I can take the victim role of, damn, nobody gives a fuck about what I gotta say, you know. But
yeah, bro, it's crazy. I've been in that shit too. I've been in that same position, bro. And
so like it's easy to start getting on that fuck everybody mode, and like I'm just solo dolo. I'm fucking fuck everybody, you know. But that's not right. Like, as humans, we're not supposed to fucking be alone. We're not supposed to,
exactly.
You know. So
we're supposed to lift each other up and shit.
Yeah,
you know? Be there for each other and shit. You know.
That's one of those things where I feel like my purpose is just to get good, get healthy. That way I can be able to like get people out of dark places, because I've been in dark places. So, you know, if I get healthy and good, I can relate to somebody too. Because I feel like there's a lot of people, like, for example, like a lot of counselors, let's say in a school, if you were raised in Edmond or Norman or some shit like that, and then they put you as a counselor at Roosevelt, you're not going to know why those kids are depressed, why they're going through what they're going through. So, I don't know. I feel like that I'm a diverse person, so I don't know. I don't judge, you know what I'm saying? I can understand people, so I don't know. I feel like that's why that keeps me going, you know?
Yeah.
Whenever I get in a dark place, I'm like, okay, nah, bro, you're actually supposed to be here for a reason, you know? Like, you're not just fucking...
And you can't take this shit for granted, bro. I feel like, it's like you said, your parents have sacrificed so much shit, you know, to be to the point where they're at, too. So you gotta, you definitely were here to take advantage of the opportunity. And like you said, you have a purpose. So you gotta fulfill that shit, you know what I'm saying? I started doing therapy last week. And I gotta say, man, it felt good. Weird at first. And it's like, shit, I'm over here venting and I'm over here, you know. But it felt good, you know, because I just needed to get it all out, you know. The process of moving to a house, and you know, my family's been more divided than ever and shit. So that kind of got to me, and then it's been crazy. It's been crazy.
Got a lot of people you got to take care of.
So it's a lot of people that really, you know, depend on me being that leader, being the, you know, the guy that makes sure everybody's in their lane, you know. I love that role, man. I love that role. And like, I like, you know.
It just comes with a big fucking responsibility.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. It's like what, you know, my brothers, and, you know, I try to make sure, you know, hey, y'all, make sure y'all, you know, let me know what I got going on, planning and stuff. So my little brother Elmer, he's looking to get in the car. I'm like, yeah, before you do that, you got to get your information of the car. How much does it cost? How much is going to be your interest rate?
How much are you going to be in debt? Like, how long are you going to be in debt?
How long are you going to be in debt? and your insurance. You're a youngster and you want a pretty fast car, so you got to calculate everything and then see, okay, can you afford this?
I think one thing that I like, shout out to the homie Chino. He says longevity, prosperity. So with that, like, don't think about the longevity of everything. Like, don't just think right now. Think of, okay, 5 years. How are these next 5 years gonna play out if I go $100 and something in debt or whatever?
Exactly.
You know, that means that I'm gonna have to be busting my ass every
You're
single
tied
day,
to that shit.
hard.
Yep.
You know, I'm gonna have to be. So if you're ready to do that, fuck it. You know, but I don't know. That's why I like that whole minimalist shit. You know, I got a little Hyundai Elantra,
The Blue Dragon.
a little Blue Dragon.
Yeah,
thing.
bro. Big shout out to Wes. That's one thing I wanted to say. You know, we had him in the podcast. I don't remember what episode, but we had him recently. Y'all want to go check that episode out. He's been pretty amazing, you know, very good at his job. So I'm looking forward.
That's cool to listen that he listens and he's a professional too. 'Cause
Yeah.
sometimes like you might want to go talk to a friend, but as friends we don't know how to.
Well, my thing is like that. The takeaway from that first session was I was blaming myself for too much shit, and like Mr. West over here, Mr. Warner, you know, told me like, hey,
You're being too harsh on yourself.
You're being too harsh on yourself. That's one.
Yeah.
You know, and the second of all, like, you just need to like breathe, take a step back and just know that it's not all you. Like, you are right now on a great path. And, you know, he just went from there, and like after I was done with that session, I was like, all right, I can see myself doing this for a minute, you know, to just
get everything in order.
Yeah, and become a better person in general. Like like you said, bro. Like I'm a genuine person as well, bro. Like I like to be straightforward, and like I like to help people. I like to, you know, I love like motivating others, and a lot. You know, it's a lot of shit that goes into this shit, and it's like you said, you got to be in the right mental state
because it's real
before
easy
you
to fall
exactly.
into like I said, bad habits or little stupid shit you start doing, or so yeah, man. It's mental peace is really big, man.
Yeah.
So cut all the motherfuckers off that are making you tired, or you know, and it sucks, man. Sometimes it's like people you really fuck with, but you're just like, you're gonna have to, like, if you stick there, you know that you just know that you're gonna be depressed, or you know, whatever however you're feeling right there and then, if you don't change anything. So you might have to just, you know,
yeah, for sure.
Like whether it's that relationship, like if that person's holding you back, and you gotta fucking do it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because if you just stay there, it's gonna take. It's like if you know you gotta lose weight, and then you just drag it out and drag it out and drag it out, like it's gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. So it's like, might as well just start.
Man, I realized this, bro. Like, I don't remember what day it was, but it was recent, and I was on the go all the time, and I'm like, fuck, I ate a shit ton of junk, bro. Like, I was on the go. I was doing a lot of shit. Like, I worked, and then I had to go do a video shoot, and I found myself like the quick shit. What could I get quick? And when I look at my surroundings, I'm like, fuck. There's Taco Bell. There's Sonic. There's this. There's that. I'm like.
That's why a lot of times when I'm in that predicament, I'll just go to 7-Eleven and I'll grab like a beef jerky and one of them little salads they got.
Like, I was like, I need to. That's when I realized like I need to start meal prepping and having shit ready, because it's like, yeah, bro. Like,
and see, that's one of the things that I want to start focusing on now. Is like, before I didn't really give a fuck about my wardrobe or like my room, you know.
Oh, I do my bed every day, bro. And this is recent.
I do the basics, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is like I'm trying to have my own place where I can cook, where I can, you know, do all the shit that I haven't been doing as a young man, I guess. Like, it's just that transition point where you're just like, damn, I can edit a whole music video, but shit, I can't really cook more than 3 meals, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like I gotta get all that shit right. So
yeah, that's when I realized like, shit, bro, like that day I probably ate like 3 meals that came from a fast food spot, you know.
Yeah,
the good thing is, bro,
it's difficult,
but that's the good thing about it. Like, I guess the positive, it was a small portion. Like, one was a small ass hot dog. That's it. No fries, no nothing.
Yeah.
Water.
Yeah, so see that, I mean, you can still do it healthy,
it's like, all right, you know, I'm trying to balance myself, but that
being
shit
conscious of it, man. Like earlier, I was washing my car and doing some shit, so I was like, I'm gonna get me a little michelada. So I got me a michelada and some like chips. So right now, as soon as we finish this podcast, I'm about to go fucking get it in a city gym, because I know that I've been doing good, you know.
Right.
These 2-3 times a week going to the gym. So I'm like, I'm gonna go, you know, and I'm conscious of all the little shit that I'm.
But that's
doing.
the thing, bro. Like, at least when you're in that bitch, when you're in that gym, you're fucking tearing that shit up.
Yeah,
like,
hell yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good one too. Like,
and I've been sore as fuck. That's one thing that the thing is, I tried the sober challenge and I didn't do it. So,
talk about it.
Yeah, that shit
what was?
So I had said I wasn't gonna drink for a whole month at the beginning of this month, and I went about 10 days, and 10 days I cracked. I was at the shop. We were vibing. The songs were good.
Man.
So I was like, man, you know
it's
what?
hard, bro.
Like I've done good. You know, I convinced myself.
I think that's where you fuck up.
I convinced myself
Yeah.
that it was okay, so I did it. And I ended up getting fucked up.
I think that's
because
where
I hadn't drank, you know,
right.
and like even
But
those 10 days, usually we drink like every 3 days or, you know, at least, and that's the crazy shit.
So
that I
do you think
about.
Mo, what he did, like 29, 28?
Yeah, like 28 days.
You think he did him?
Yeah, I think
he was looking solid that day. We had the podcast with Roy and them. Like, he was looking solid. He said no.
And he would come around. He would just leave. The thing is, that day I couldn't leave because I still had appointments.
Yeah.
So whenever he comes to the shop and the music is like too good or too, you know,
yeah.
he'll just bounce. He'll be like, nah, I can't do this. I'm about
Shout out to Mo for that, you know.
Yeah, man.
That actually inspired you.
Yeah,
to start it, you know?
I thought about it and I was like, when was the last time that I went a week without drinking at least one beer or, you know,
but hey,
getting a buzz.
Right. 10 days is a start, bro. That's
yeah,
a good
so that's
start.
what I was telling my homie, and he was like, bro, at least start, since you already did, you know, you can do 10 days. The next month, try to do 11. And that's a good start already because, you know, it's crazy, though, how little things like that make you so weak. Like, it's like, we think we're fucking, and that, I don't know, I think that's one of those things where I've been learning to be more humble, man, and just like, fuck it, you know, not throw too much high expectations on myself. So I'm not, like you said,
you don't
blaming myself for
yeah.
shit or thinking I'm less because I didn't come through on something when I'm, you know, so it's just reflection, bro, is just, I think is what's been good for me is, and then not being mad at people, just not getting mad. Just
being chill. I think one thing I like to tell myself a lot, bro, is like, kill them with kindness. No matter what the fuck, kill them with kindness, because that's going to win at the end of the day, you know?
Yeah.
Whether it's your customer, whether it's somebody on the street, whatever the hell it is, a person, a friend, just kill them with kindness. Show them that you're the better person, because at the end of the day, that's going to feel a lot better than having all this anger and shit, you know? And
I guess, yeah, emotional control is the biggest thing, and that's one thing that for me, if I feel insulted or if I feel like somebody's belittling me or somebody's like, I get angry, you know, quick. So I get my emotions get the best of me. So that's one thing that I've learned. I'm learning to control more, like not flip out, and because I can put me in some fucked up situations off of just that moment, you know, because that moment you black out or whatever the fuck happens because you're mad or whatever, and it can put you in a fucked up situation.
That's
you know?
another thing. Don't never let your emotions take over, because that shit can go south. Like, it can go south quick, you know. That's one thing that I think.
And I think that's why I've been trying to control my alcohol, because when you drink a lot, that's shit. You can see it in the episode that I had with Scissorhands. I got fucked up in that episode, and I'm just
still sloppy and shit.
Or that the one with P-Wah where I'm freestyling. I'm just like, you know, and at the moment it's fun and shit, but then when I look back at it, I'm like, man, I'm a fucking idiot. So I don't know. I don't like feeling like that, you know. It's cool. I don't know. I guess it's a good experience to go through and shit, but you just have to know how to control that shit, because I be getting wild sometimes on that liquor.
Yeah, especially the liquor, bro.
Yeah, I feel untouchable on that shit.
Yeah, but yeah, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, I think we're all making progress, man. I like lately I've been seeing people do a lot more of their shit, you know, start their own business. Whatever it is, I've been seeing people doing that, bro. I've been seeing people put content out there.
Shout out to Alexander, man. The motherfucker's been busting out them podcasts.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He just had Izzy from La O, you know,
I seen
Isaiah
that boy with them shades looking real.
Oh, that shit was, that was dope, bro. That was some G shit right there, man. But I listened to the whole episode, man, and I got to say, man, I fucks with both. You know what I'm saying? I think they killed it. I was like, y'all killed that interview and shit.
See, as we're speaking, hey, yo, how much you charge for a video, for locations, what kind of camera you shoot with?
See, I don't want to deal with that. Shit. I don't want to deal with that, you know. But yeah, people are doing their shit, man. And Isaiah's starting his own, YouTube channel. He's doing his own content and stuff. So that's pretty amazing. And he told me, bro, he reached out to me. He was like, man, thank you for like inspiring me to do the content shit. You
Hopefully
mentioned
Lobito follows the same footsteps because I'm trying to see his training camp, man.
bro. I'm trying to see them trainings. I'm just little snippets.
And that's what I want. Like, that was the whole goal of the podcast, is to inspire people to just do their own things, from whether it's fencing, whether it's chefs, whether it's whatever, like if you have a fucking hot dog stand, you want to be on the podcast, holler at us, whatever,
just give us, if you're a person that likes to talk and likes to give out information, then hop on, man. Like, because
people need that shit. And it's like I said earlier with the whole counselor thing, these kids relate to us because they can see themselves in us. They can see that, oh, that dude looks just like me, he went to the same middle school as me. He's within this area and he's making some shit happen. Like, even the setup that we have here, people get surprised because they come in, it's a garage and shit. Maybe we can put it in the vlog or whatever, but once it's edited and everything's good, you wouldn't even know that it's a fucking
I love it, bro. I love
garage,
it like, because people feed off of the energy when they come in. They're like, oh shit, this is dope. Like, I'm seeing it from the camera's perspective, but when I come here and I see it in person, like, it's a whole different vibe.
It's in the south side of Oklahoma City, so it's like, you're not going into usually to see some shit like this, you'd have to go to like,
Midtown Admin or some shit fancy.
Yeah. Hopefully, at some point, I'm not saying I'm not trying to get there, what I'm saying?
Right. I think that all will come.
But we'll be able to show, like, look, we started here. Exactly. We started humbly. Fucking, we had some we started at a shop
that got shut down, and then we had to move over here. It's like, well, we started at the apartment, and then we started at a shop that got shut down.
Adapt and overcome. That's the thing, man. And I don't know. I think
it fuels me, man. That all that shit, everybody doing their shit, doing their own thing. That shit fuels me, and I see it now more than ever, and it's crazy because, like, homies from Puerto Rico too. Like, I got a homie that just started, like, it's like a podcast where he talks about sneakers, and then there's an audience for everything. That's the beautiful thing about it. So, like, they're over there talking about sneakers and stuff, and when are the next release, and people are very engaging. There's another.
That's why whenever I was like, we got to do a guest every week, because that's the whole. People are like, who's next week? Who's next week? Who's next? So it's like it keeps it going and shit. So
it's fun, man. I was watching a documentary last night about Bill Gates, man, and this guy is crazy. Like, the amount, like, when he travels, bro.
That's the thing right there. Like, motherfuckers like that, like Bill Gates.
They're freaks of nature, bro. Like,
even like Gary
Bezos.
V. I get anxious now watching Gary V. I used to love watching Gary V. And nothing against Gary V. Shout out to Gary V.
Why you get anxious?
Because this motherfucker's like just all over the place.
Bro, yeah.
And it's like, bro, like, fuck, let me go listen to some Burner right quick. Like,
well, Gary V's all over the place, and I salute him because he's still, at the end of the day, he's still Gary V. He's still helping people. He's still
hell yeah. He inspired me, bro. I mean, to be honest,
sure.
when I had that's the fire lit where I was doing music videos and where I was fucking doing my little vlog, everything, bro, that I was doing, I followed his advice of just go for it.
I think right now with the reason why I stopped watching Gary, because I know what I got to do.
Yeah. Now if I watch it, I get annoyed because I'm not doing this. So I gotta fucking.
He's repetitive, which I think it's a good thing.
He even tells you in his videos, he's like, stop fucking watching me and go do some shit.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I love about him, because he's repetitive, but he's making sure to the people that if you're not doing shit.
I love that you said that, because repetitive. The homie, he's like, every time you and George kick it, y'all motherfuckers talk about the same shit. And I'm like, well, that's probably a good thing that we're talking about the same shit, because that means that we're on it. We're on that. You
hold each other accountable. Like, hey, bro, you did what you say you're gonna do, type shit.
If like, you don't want to be around motherfuckers that are just talking about a bunch of different goals all the time and they're not doing them. Like, every time me and George hang out, we're talking about barbering shit, because that's what we're. That's how we became friends. Whatever. That's our career. That's that. So it's like, I'm like, well, shit, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, that's why I love Gary V, bro. And like, he repeats the same shit, but it's so you can get it drilled in your head, because at the end of the day, it's like
my dad. He tells me the same shit every time, but it's because he tells me, it's like, there's gonna be a day where I'm not gonna be here, so I better tell you now.
Right, and then you can get it drilled in, like, oh, my dad was telling me this. Now I know
that's
why.
why he's telling me this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that documentary on Bill Gates left me like, wow, like, what is going on his brain? Like, since he was little, he was always into books. So when he travels, he takes about 5-6 books, and he knocks that shit out. He reads them fast.
Yeah,
and
man,
that's
I think I don't know if people are just built like that, DNA wise. Like,
I don't know, bro.
Because I see myself. I'm like, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't. That doesn't sound fun for one.
Right.
And then
he would like. I don't know. I think. Do you think they're born with?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying
sure,
by DNA. Like,
right, DNA, because it's like
that's in their blood.
He sacrificed a lot of like.
It's
teenage.
like with boxing, bro. Boxing was not for me. You know, I boxed. I got punched in my mouth a couple times. I had a bunch of different sparring sessions. You know, but it wasn't for me. The first time I really got beat the fuck up, I was like, I don't want to get beat up like this again.
Yeah, I love my body. I love myself too much. Fuck that.
And why would I put myself, you know, so I wasn't built for that. As to where Alex, that motherfucker, gets punched and he goes in. You know, that's in him.
Exactly.
So I feel, I don't know. That's like when we had Caveman and I asked him if he believed that certain things are like DNA wise, like if you're born with that. And he said, absolutely not. I was like,
certain things.
I think, no, bro, because I don't think, me personally, as much as I fucking would want to try to do a portrait like Caveman, I wouldn't be able to do it, even if I fucking put years and years into drawing. And
look,
maybe, I don't know, maybe that's where I'm fucking up by just saying that to myself, that I wouldn't be able to. I don't know.
I used to draw.
Yeah.
And I was pretty, like, cartoons and shit, that was my thing. I liked it. I loved it for a certain amount of time, but it wasn't for me. But I learned it. I you know.
But were you good? Like, were you like, not cold? Like, you were like, people were like.
Well, for the most of the part, I wish I had the drawings, bro. If I had the drawings, I drew a Rey Mysterio.
Then why'd you stop?
Cause I don't know, bro. Like,
it wasn't in you. It wasn't
in me, and like. The
it's like
older
me. I used to draw, but
the older I got, like more inquieto. Like I was more like wanting to go and ride bikes and go and like just do like play basketball and like just do more activities instead of sitting and drawing. Like that's
well, see, and that's where like people like Caveman, they weren't thinking about that. They were like, weird. I'm gonna sit here and draw, right. And then if I'm gonna do anything, I'm gonna go and do a wall, or I'm gonna go do something that's related to that, you know. So some people, I just feel like literally some people just don't have it.
Bill Gates was born like definitely like he was,
or like my dad. Let's not go too far. There's not a lot of people built like how he is. He can work a fucking Elmer knows. Like he'll be tired as fuck. You know, he might have drank the day before or whatever, but he'll still pull a 9-hour shift and he's in there just cutting and this, that, boom, 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 boom.
That's a gift, bro. Like you're born with that shit. And like that shit fueled me because it's like, bro, they were talking about this, I think it's 3 episodes of this documentary, and like he is talking about building a system because in third world countries, like a lot of kids die from diarrhea, and I didn't even know this was a thing, bro. Like they die from diarrhea because they don't have toilets and shit. So in this first episode, they're talking about him building a toilet that doesn't require water, energy, and like turns the shit into like some energy, some crazy shit. And I'm like, bro, a lot of people, it's mind blowing to me because he wants to save lives. Because I've heard a lot of bad things about Bill Gates, and I just know Bill Gates. I know he just owns Microsoft. That's all I know. He's a fucking billionaire. He
did something right.
So like watching that documentary yesterday, I was like, is he really what people think he is? Like,
well, I think with that, bro, is one of those things too, where like where Red Hunter was saying, like, why does it matter? Why does the personal life of somebody matters? You know, like if this dude right here is putting out good music, then why do you care about this? Or for example, with him, like whatever he's doing, that's obviously a good thing.
Yeah.
Microsoft, that was a fucking hell of a thing. So if this dude, whatever he did, you know what I'm saying? If he said, fuck whoever or
it's
whatever,
crazy, bro. Like,
and certain people hate him, like, bro, we're human, you know.
Right.
Even the smartest motherfucker, like Elon Musk, he hit the blunt with Joe Rogan. Like I don't know if he thought that, you know, maybe his stocks were gonna go down at the time or whatever. Like maybe we all make mistakes.
But I don't think that's a mistake. Hitting the blunt.
But he lost some money off of it.
But you lose a percentage. But look at Tesla right now.
Going back
it's
up,
so
bro. He don't give a fuck. He has that
to me, like people are just so.
But I'm pretty
quick.
sure Elon Musk has done some shit where he's, you know,
people are just quick with it.
He fucked up. Well, that's what I'm saying. People thought he fucked up because of that. He got fired for that.
Let's take the time to appreciate these big names. Let's take the time to appreciate Steve Jobs, for example, invented the iPhone. You have an iPhone. I have an iPhone. He has an iPhone. I love the iPhone and the Apple ecosystem in general.
They say he used to treat his staff like shit.
That I don't care about that.
Exactly.
He gave us Apple. He gave us the Apple products we all love. So why?
So that makes it okay?
I'm not worried about his personal. If he was a dick, that's him.
Yeah.
He made something that bettered me.
Yeah. So
I love my fucking iPhone. I love my fucking iPad. I love my fucking.
It's like with the whole Donald Trump thing too.
Microsoft.
Like, whether he's done whatever he's done, that motherfucker is smart. He's done. Look where he's at. This nigga has a whole tower. He has.
Well, I don't give a fuck about his building, to be honest. I'm not.
I mean, to me, it's still like.
I'm saying people like when I mentioned those big names like Steve Jobs with the Apple, Bill Gates with the Microsoft, Bezos with Amazon. I fucking love Amazon. It's so convenient. 2-day shipping. Or sometimes it's like
those were like life-changing things. Yeah.
Tesla, Elon Musk with Tesla. Electric cars of the future. This guy is over here thinking about taking us to Mars in case this world goes to shit. He's planning like, I'm trying to save y'all motherfuckers because y'all are fucking this shit up.
How is this motherfucker not?
You get what I'm saying? So I was like,
high all the time. Like,
man, how does he do it though? Like, this guy runs two big companies.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You have to be born with that because I wouldn't be able to do that I wouldn't be able to ever do that.
It's crazy, bro. What do you think they're doing right now?
Even what Donald Trump does, I would never be able to do what Donald Trump does.
What do you
People
think,
that I don't like, because I really don't like.
What do you think Jeff Bezos doing right now? The richest man right now.
Probably reading a fucking book.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Did you think they ever spark one or fucking,
I mean, they might. I don't know, bro.
Who knows, huh?
Who knows? But I feel like somebody like that needs to step up and like be president. Like somebody like Mark Cuban. I was thinking about that the other day. Mark Cuban should run for president.
What do you think is going through their mind? Like Jeff Bezos going back to him again.
Just probably
like the next day.
It's changed, bro. What he's trying to do, like what his goal. So like for me, for example, I'm trying to. The reason why I get good at cutting hair is because I'm focused on that and I'm trying to do better haircuts. And the reason why I want if I'm focused on the podcast, that's what I'm putting my energy into. So that's why it's working, But if with them, that's what they're doing. So they're trying to do whatever the fuck they're doing. They're putting their all into it. And my dad with his cabinet business, like every day he wakes up, that's what he's thinking about. He's not thinking about my podcast or he's not thinking about anything. He's thinking about I'm gonna go build some fucking cabinets, and once I'm done with that, I'm gonna go do it again and again.
Right.
And
I think,
like me, I look at him and I'm like, how does he do that? Or with Eddie, sometimes like this motherfucker be in my chair. I get to see a lot of these people, so I'm like, I'm cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like even though like he's doing a lot at once, and I'm just like, I'm good. I can't.
Like even you don't have to necessarily be in their position, but you can kind of sense it in a way. I definitely felt when Slaughter said managing two restaurants is stressful as hell.
Let's see, right now Slaughter's in fucking Vegas,
taking a break,
chilling, cooling, smoking some exotic,
some
salsa.
I don't own two restaurants, but I have a feel of what it's like to be at multiple spots at once, because it's like, fuck, it's
draining, bro.
It's draining.
Like when I would go to school, that would suck. Fucking Northwest Expressway in Council, and then coming all the way back over here, and then still having to go do a shoot or go do some dumb shit. Like it was just all over the place. So thankfully, I'm at a good place there and now,
Yeah. Yeah, bro. So like that shit fuels me at the end of the day, because it's like I want to make an impact in any way I can. I might not have their motherfucking brains, know. But if
you got to work with what you got.
Exactly. Work with what I got, man.
Yeah.
So I think this right here is one. And then I want to, like I said, I'm starting to do vlogs again. That way I can just document the process of me just having fun with it. And
I see you've been having, chilling too, going out to different little restaurants, and little shit like that.
One thing, bro, that I told myself, because I'm always like, I'll look at my desk and I'm like, fuck, I gotta work. So I get to the point where it's like, if it's past 9 or even 8:30, I'm like, I'm not gonna touch my computer, because if I touch it, like, it's over. And I don't want to get sucked into that, because I also like waking up early, bro. Like tomorrow I go in at 11:30, so I'm gonna be up at 8. Probably 7.
That way you get
and I like
done.
that shit.
Yeah.
I like that shit. So like that's amazing, because I get to take my dog out, feed him, chill with him for a bit. And like my dad's setup is in the living room, so I'll just turn that up and he'll be sitting there just chilling with me, and I'm editing or doing my thing. So that's
you just
amazing.
gotta adjust that your lifestyle to whatever makes you happy, I think. And
like,
sometimes that might that might break some hearts, you know. It might,
Yeah.
because you might just say, man, I'm not gonna do this no more, and then that person's like, damn, bro, you know, whatever.
Yeah. Like normally, bro, like I would go like finish this right here, dump the footage into the computer and stay on my computer. Now I
Just let it chill.
yeah, like sometimes I'll just I'll do that tomorrow. Boop, put the stuff up, go shower.
As long as you know you're.
I've learned that, bro.
And
It
we're
took
on
me a
schedule,
minute.
so you know it's good that
Exactly.
that you're not rushed, you know, and that's cool, bro. I've looked at the patterns in my life, and that's what's been fucking me up is just being all over the place. So for the next 5-6 years, I'm just focused on myself, really, you know,
Yeah,
getting in shape, you know, being in the gym the other day, fucking really. Like, it was good, bro. I got a good workout in there. Like, I felt like a beast, you know. I felt like
for sure.
the savage come out. So, you know, just getting healthier and building this podcast, fucking, you know, being a better barber. That's my focus for the next, you know, 5-6 years. And I think that's what brings peace, is that you just kind of know what you're doing instead of just.
Yeah. No, for sure. I think it's more capitalizing on your time too, bro. Because it's like, I don't know what the fuck it is, bro, but I know Netflix is wilding, bro. Netflix is giving us a lot of fucking information with their documentaries.
I don't even watch none of that
Well,
shit.
that's the thing, bro. Like, I was like, I'm not going to get into, like, fucking TV series. Fuck Ozark and shit. But documentaries, I learned something from that.
I like Vice. That's why I like little channels like that, like Vice, Noisy, shit like that. They have, like, small documentaries, which is what, at some point, I want Empire Visuals to be just like a, man, I don't know. You know?
It's like
to sit there and watch a whole like Narcos the other day. What shit?
Did you start watching it?
I didn't even watch it. I didn't even get. I haven't even had the time. I told you that day I really sat. It was the first time in a long time that I sat there and I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch some Netflix.
And then your phone.
Can you set up the tripods? I was like,
man,
you know, but. Yeah, bro. I don't know. That shit is cool to watch once in a while to get inspired, I guess.
Right.
But, like, as far as, like, the cinematography
I think
and shit, the storytelling.
With that, bro, like, it's good, yeah. Because you kind of disconnect from, like, thinking. You just get into, like, the story, like, oh, shit, what's going to happen next type shit. So it kind of, it's good.
And everybody has their own shit. You know, like me, my free time, I like to just sometimes fucking smoke one and listen to music.
Where's your screen time at? Let's look at that right now. Let's expose each other because I know I haven't been doing too good.
I've been doing bad.
Let me see. I'm telling you, bro, and I'm gonna get to this right now.
Average 5 hours and 8 minutes
on a daily.
That's what it says.
Okay. Let me see my screen time. I am at 3 hours and 20 minutes. What's your most used app? It'll tell you right there.
But I don't know. I think that was today because I was off today. When I'm at the shop, I don't think I'd do that long, bro.
Hit see activity to see which is the. Facebook is number 1, and then Snapchat is number 2. And
Snapchat's number 1 for me.
You need to get off of Snapchat.
You delete.
Stop worrying about other people. Okay. I go back to the reason why I said this, bro. Like, Netflix is putting information out there, and I think with every documentary I watch, I learn something. One was the social media dilemma. That one's crazy because it makes sense. Like, you would ask yourself if you look up something on Amazon, right? And you're like, you look up a tripod.
Sometimes I talk about shit and it pops up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
they're all like
bro, to be honest, that's why I don't like. To be honest, I don't even like talking about that shit because I think that's one of the subjects that makes me depressed because I have no control, bro. I really have no control over shit. Like, they could be listening right now, and
no, we don't have. There's no such thing as privacy, period. And that kind of gives you an eye opening. And
we're just little puny pebbles in this.
At first, it's like I was like, "Fuck, bro, what the fuck?" But at the end of the day, like, as crazy as this shit, like, your devices are, at least if you capitalize on it and realize, like, hey, I'm on this shit too much, disconnect, you'll be all right. That's what I've tried to, like, manage.
No, yeah, I do it here and there. I'll delete my apps and
but that's what happens, bro. That's what
happens.
Pretty much what happens is when you look up a tripod on Amazon, they send that information to Facebook. They send that information. So when you scroll, suggested item on Amazon, I'll be like, what the fuck? Yeah, how does Facebook know this shit?
The cookies.
So, yeah, all of these social media platforms are fighting for our attention. So they're collecting our data. So they know what, like, when we go on Instagram, how long we looked up a picture, for how much seconds we looked at it, if we double tapped it, if we comment. Yeah. And they build all that to kind of give you an algorithm. So if you look at a lot of asses, a lot of fucking Instagram models, when you look at your Explore page, guess what you're going to get? A lot of asses and fucking Instagram models. It's all, you know, it's all data that they're collecting, and it's
Stay
scary.
woke. Stay woke.
It's scary. But the amount of time that we do spend on our devices, I feel like we gotta find a way to maximize. Because my coworker one day he told me, he was like, "Man, I was 4 hours on TikTok last night. I couldn't sleep. I was just scrolling, and that's what they want.
It's like the casino.
Yeah, it's like that's what they want. They want our attention. They want to keep us sucked in the app as long as possible to keep gathering data and build algorithms. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That shit, like I said, at the end of the day, I was like, fuck. There's no such thing as privacy, but I can at least control and not give these motherfuckers as much data. Yeah. Fuck them niggas, you know? So I was like, all right, I need to try not to. So in the mornings, I'll normally look at my phone to see if I have anything important, put it down, go do my thing, get my work phone and put a podcast. You know, just listen to some shit
So you have 2 phones?
Yeah, I got a work phone. Then the other one, since it doesn't have any notifications,
yeah.
It just has YouTube and shit. Perfect. Put on YouTube, put a podcast, boom. That's it. But that's the crazy part. That's what I like about Netflix. Like, Netflix does expose a lot of stuff when it comes to documentaries and shit.
But it be on some bullshit too.
Certain ones are on some bullshit. Like certain ones are like biased and shit like that.
That's the thing that with me, I have fucking trust issues, so I don't even know what to believe. You know.
But that makes sense though. Like, you got to just look at it, watch it, analyze, and I'm like, that shit does make sense.
Like the Aaron Hernandez one, I heard they put a lot of dirt on him that he wasn't even.
Yeah. See
doing,
that
already makes you not like, if they lied in one, why wouldn't they lie in more?
Yeah, that right there, I was like, same with
that's facts. With
game
anybody,
changer.
if they lied once, they'll lie again.
Yeah, like the game changer, it was a good one. I'm talking about going vegan and stuff. It's good information, but they were very biased. Like, really, you know, that I sit back and look at it, I'm like, yeah, it's cool and stuff, but I don't think you can go fully vegan and be like.
And another thing, all these documentaries are man-made too, so you know it's really a motherfucker that's trying to prove a point or
right.
trying to show you know he might have fucked up on the way he collected that data, and everybody's just believing it.
I think it's all about like watching it and analyzing and getting your take. Like, don't believe everything you see. That's our problem. You know, when we read an article, we tend, or see a news thing, we tend not to look at dig deep in. We quickly out here pointing and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's crazy madness. Who talking about that? Have you heard Tory Lane's story?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I listened to the. Have you listened to the album?
Nah.
I listened to the album. I don't know, man. I think I haven't looked into the fucking paperwork or what happened, but he says he didn't do it. He says he didn't shoot her, and they're trying to frame him.
Huh.
That's what he said.
Because Megan, she falls on her ass and she says, you know, she didn't get. He shot him. Like, he shot her.
Don't
play it too loud, blood.
No, I'm not gonna play it.
Because they gonna hit us.
It's called Money Over Fallouts, and that he explains everything right there.
So,
I guess the whole album he's talking about the whole situation, but what he's saying is that they're setting him up, and
he did use. A lot of people were saying he did use that situation to promote his album.
Yeah,
that was one he was getting shit
Smart,
for,
because he's gonna probably be number one. I listened to it,
just
to see what
I haven't listened to it, but I saw
Tory
the headlines.
Lanez just goes hard as far as like his musical talent, like the way he puts music together, the way he is just he goes hard. I can't say he doesn't go hard, you know. That's why my whole take on it was like, if you're in a toxic relationship, just get the fuck out of it, because you're gonna end up like Tory Lanez or like Chris Brown. You know, and I know it's hard to get out of those, but that's my take on it, because that's what it all comes down to, is just a couple pissing each other off, and then you end up letting your emotions get the best of you.
Yeah.
And
Megan just needs to chill out, because she's been fucking with too many celebrities. Like, just get you a little like low-key person. Like, she's been like, I can name the list right now, and it's all been celebrities.
Everybody, she's been
man, I think one was Wiz.
She's been smashing the whole.
Yeah, she's being a little wop. She I think one was Khalifa. The other one was G-Eazy. I don't remember the other ones, but it's like,
hey, shout out to Machine Gun Kelly. That motherfucker pulled
Megan, huh?
Yeah,
bro. That's the dream right
somebody
there.
Said that. Somebody at the shop was saying that Megan Fox. Somebody said Megan Fox was stinky, and everybody was like, "Bro, I highly doubt Megan Fox is stinky."
Why would they say that?
I don't know. I guess that was a rumor in like Hollywood that she stank.
Like her vagina?
I don't know what it was, but that she stinks. But
I don't.
That's what this other guy was like. I highly doubt it, but she ended up with Machine Gun Kelly, and Machine Gun Kelly looks like the type of motherfucker that don't care if something smells a little.
Oh shit, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I try to stay away from all that fucking Hollywood bullshit, you know.
All I can say is the album. I like the music was cool in it, you know, and he's like the way he puts bars together.
Yeah.
He fucking went at Jay-Z.
So you heard the whole thing?
Yeah, I listened to the whole thing. That's
He
what I
went
do.
at Jay-Z?
I listen to albums. Like I like listening to albums.
He went at Jay-Z?
Yeah. Well, not at Jay-Z, but he
Just
said
throw, like,
on that song. He said a bar like basically he's talking shit. Not shit, but he's talking to Megan, and then he's like, I don't give a fuck if you know Jigga. So he's saying like, I don't care if you know Jigga, you know Jay-Z. Like I'm still gonna expose everything about the whole situation and Basically, what he's saying on this album is that they're trying to cancel him and all this shit. I don't know. He's on some other shit.
That
who knows, man? I mean,
the music industry, yeah, you can get shut down. You know that's the people that want you to blow up and want you to do numbers. They'll make that shit happen.
And see,
but they also can they can shut you down.
Yeah, hell yeah, quick.
That's like
That's
what
I was telling somebody. I was like, bro, there's only Dave. I was telling him at the shop. I was like, there's only so much that everybody can say. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like it's only so much shit that you're gonna be able to keep saying until you get somebody to not that you can't talk about that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Like,
yeah.
And I used to not understand that. I'd be like, oh no,
there's no such thing.
You can say whatever the fuck you
want. There's no such thing
but
as freedom of speech. That shit can cost you.
Look at it. I mean, look at history. Fucking Dave Chappelle. Everybody that tries to say something about the elites and shit, like they end up making them look crazy. Or so at some point, I kind of wanted to be like an Alex Jones or like a. Now I'm just kind of like, I don't know, man. I'm just gonna keep doing this shit as long as I can.
Right,
and
I stay.
I'm not trying to be too controversial. I mean,
right.
Because you know, sometimes being too controversial can put you in places where it's like I could have just kept chilling and being cool.
Yeah.
Being on some Wiz Khalifa shit. Like Wiz Khalifa, I like his
mentality,
approach to life. You know, he's fucking just smoking, chilling. Well, you know, he'll get a bad bitch here and there. He's working out. Like
that's one thing of being
I'm
like.
Cool with that.
I guess being woke. Yeah, like there's two ways that you can take it. You can like get your information and know what's going on, but still live your life. Because there's certain people that like they'll go to a corner and be like, this fucking world is crazy. Like, what else are you gonna do about it, man? Like that's like I never thought about taking like I salute Alex Jones because we need that kind of information. Yeah. But I can never be like I'm always at the end of the day gonna be true, and I'm always gonna be true to myself. And
like there's certain people that I really look up to that I like how they move and. Just because of the independence and they can still talk shit, but like Dame Dash, fuck, bro, that'd be a dream to have Dame Dash on the podcast. That'd be
I don't know, like bro. I feel like we would bump heads.
Well, I mean, it'd be for me if you.
It'll be a good one. I wouldn't mind having them.
Sit there, I'll sit there.
No, I wouldn't mind having them. Like I think that.
Bro,
I do. I respect what that boss mentality. I fucks with it.
He says whatever the fuck he wants, and I mean if you don't like if you don't like it, just don't come around, type shit. So, and he engineered his life to where it's just cool to see that type of shit. But at the end of the day, you don't see Dame Dash. I mean, he exposes the music industry, but you don't see him talking like politics or no shit like that.
Yeah.
He stays in his lane, basically.
Yeah.
Like, he's cocky in his lane. So, if at some point you want to talk shit about, I'm the best podcaster or whatever, that's cool because that's podcasting. It has nothing to do with
for sure
the Illuminati and
one thing that's I think happening a lot now is with Joe Rogan. He got censored on Spotify because he started uploading the 1st of September. He started uploading on Spotify now, and then at the end of the year he's going to be exclusive to Spotify. But rumors saying that employees are they want him censored because he's so I guess he's controversial with his episodes. So like when you look at his list, there's a lot of episodes missing. So it's like, fuck.
They didn't want to put those.
Certain people on Spotify.
I think.
But why would you give him a deal?
Cheech from Cheech and Chong, or one of those guys. he was mad about that shit because he wasn't on the list. And I mean, bro, he got a lot of money. That's what I mean. Like,
But
even if Joe Rogan says I'm not censored, bro, he's probably censored. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
it fucks up the whole experience because I think that's he hasn't said anything about
like
it.
Joe Budden. That's one of the big reasons why Joe Budden right now, like, he's making his own network. That's why Dame Dash wants to create his own network. Like, and like Adam 22 and Vlad TV were making fun of Dame Dash because they were like, oh, he's over there trying to start his own network. But it's like, bro, he's trying to build something bigger than just a podcast or a YouTube channel or you know, like, he's trying to build something bigger. So I don't know. I salute shit like that. Like, people that are trying to.
With that, bro, it's you know, he maybe went, like I said, he hasn't mentioned it. He maybe went into.
But I was saying, my bad, Joe Budden. That's what he's doing too. He has. So when it's your network, you have complete control.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's your, like. I want to be Spotify. I don't want to be fucking Joe Rogan.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Which, I mean, it'd be cool to be Joe Rogan too, but I feel like when you're Joe Rogan, you're more censored than, you know, you got a boss, bro, because whatever Spotify says, you gotta fucking do.
Yeah.
That's where Joe Budden now, like, I think he had like 5 episodes left with Spotify.
Yeah.
So after that, Joe Budden can go back to, or I don't think he ever got censored anyway, but.
Yeah. Yeah, it tells you once again, like, I'm pretty sure Joe Rogan went with the expectation of, like, nothing's gonna change. It's gonna be the same episode, this and that, same experience. It's just gonna be exclusive to Spotify. And now,
or even like, let's take this take. Even Joe Rogan, like, let's say, how long of a deal is it?
I want to say it's either a 2-year or a 3-year deal.
Okay, so let's say 3 years. Even if he sells out for those 3 years, not sells out, because Joe Rogan wouldn't be the person to just completely sell out. Mm-hmm. But if he has to compromise certain things, how many episodes is he in? Like, how many?
1,500.
Okay, so 1,500 episodes. If after this whole 3 years, the podcast is done because people don't fuck with it no more because it's not as raw as it used to be.
Yeah.
That's still a fucking hell of a run, and he became a millionaire off of it. He made a platform for, you know, we look up to that motherfucker.
Right.
Every podcast, you know. So he, you know, even like let the man get his money and give him a fucking break.
But I don't think he wanted to do that. That's the curious part.
What, you think the fucking Joe Rogan podcast is gonna just keep going on forever and ever and ever and ever?
No, but.
Like,
it
even
has
for
more to
us,
it.
like, let's say at some point that does happen and we get a deal or some shit, and then like 4 years down the line after that deal, we're just not seeing eye to eye anymore, and we're just like, fuck it. Like, at least, you know, you did something. You did 2,000 episodes, bro, or whatever. Like, that's still a lot of fucking episodes, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure. I think.
And if they offered him all that money, that fool was probably like, man, I'm good.
But it doesn't
ever.
I don't know. I don't like, bro. It can't get any better than what he does. Motherfucker gets paid a shitload. Like,
so why do you think he took the?
That's what I'm saying. Like, the bag could have been bigger than what he makes, because off of the podcast alone, that he's estimated to make about 30 a year, just on the podcast alone.
So I mean, I'm telling you,
in 2 years you make 60 million.
Something that
3 years you get 90 million. So they must have gave him a big bag, probably 200, 300 million or some shit.
Yeah, I think so. It was big like that. That's why Joe Budden left, because he saw all the deals that people were getting, and he was like, "What the fuck? Why am I not getting
I do
shit
get
like
his
that?"
point. I do get his point when it comes to, like, big celebrities hopping on the podcast, like, world and shit. Like, stay on your lane. Like, why? It's like with the Will Smith shit. Like, at first I was like, oh, it's cool. He got, you know, Will Smith. But I was like, bro, you're an actor. Like, let the creators create and do their thing.
Wait, what do you mean? What are you talking about there?
There was a point. I don't know if he's probably still doing it, but Will Smith started vlogging.
Oh.
Started doing, like, YouTube shit.
Yeah.
And certain people were upset. So now, like,
fuck him if he wants to do.
But
YouTube
it's like,
shit. He's Will Smith, bro.
You have
he
an advantage, though.
This nigga already did everything he wants to do. If he wants to do a YouTube vlog, why can't he do a YouTube vlog?
Joe Budden was mad at that, and I do get his point, because, like, they gave a deal to Michelle Obama, and they gave a deal to this other actor for podcasting, and it was terrible. He was like, it was terrible. It didn't do the numbers that it was supposed to do.
So yeah, that's slap to the face.
But that's, like, to him is, like, disrespectful, because I started, like, I'm a celebrity, but I don't consider myself a full, like, I'm more of a podcaster than a celebrity. So why don't you give me a better deal than Michelle and then this other actor? You get what I'm saying? Like, they're fucking actors. Of course, they have the leverage
Yeah.
and shit. You know, they're gonna have the leverage and shit. But
I see. I mean, that's where you have to just, you know,
I don't know, bro. It's a weird.
like, have the guts to be like, fuck it. You know, I'm gonna take less money and keep my independence, and that's the route that I would want to take. You know, is just have freedom. You know.
Exactly. I think.
But I guess like I was just playing devil advocate with that, like Joe Rogan. You know, maybe if he did take some restrictions or whatever, and he got a lot of money, like
Man.
that, he was probably like, man, my kids are set, my kids' are set. So, you know, if anything, this Joe Rogan experience shit, I already had badass guests.
I don't know, bro. I feel like
because that new set, I'm not digging it, Joe.
No, too much red, bro, gives me anxiety. Like, get the fuck out of there, bro.
Jamie, what's up with the frame rate, brother?
Shit, man. We
No, that's cool. Man.
I think I don't think it could get it. Like, if I'm making $30 million a year off of a podcast to sit and talk to somebody, like, I don't feel like there's a better fucking job than that.
No,
like,
bro. That's the thing. That's you.
When
know
the
what I'm saying?
pandemic
That's
when the pandemic happened and everything was going to shit, he still made like, it's just like with us, but he was getting paid.
Yeah.
Big bucks. Like, all right, I gotta stay home. All right, bet. Hey, you want to do a podcast? Boom. Let me make a quick.
Yeah, no, I mean that bag must have been right, man, for him to do that. That's all I can think of. If he did take some restrictions and some of the rawness that made his podcast what it is, it's like with us, bro. Like, I mean, unless you know what I'm saying.
If I'm like I said, bro, if I'm making a good living and I can live my life free, fuck whatever comes. Fuck whatever comes. I feel like if you're gonna
and
be,
I mean, we're
changing,
gonna see. I guess
Right.
we're gonna see with the Joe Rogan thing. Like, if he did sell out, then it's gonna tell.
Well, I don't think it's at the end of the day, it's not selling out.
No.
Nah, because it's like, I don't know, bro. We're just gonna have to see how this plays out.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's selling out. Like he said, like, I was in all these platforms, YouTube and you know, Apple Podcasts. I was there putting my stuff in their platforms. I'm teaming up with Spotify. Like, we're teaming up. Like, you know, you know. So I think that's something, you know, that's like, all right, that's cool, because they're offering him some money to be on their platform. No, so that's cool, amazing. Man. That gave a lot of people like hope. People that are doing podcasts and shit.
I think another thing, people are just afraid of change. So that's the biggest thing.
Well, shit, I'm not looking forward to it because I love Joe Rogan's podcast, but I'm not looking forward to watching it on Spotify because that's another thing, you can't comment on it. And I think that takes away from the experience. Like, if you have a takeaway or...
Well, see, and that's the thing. It's going to change. It's going to be
weird, bro. It's like the whole road. Joe Rogan is like being able to comment and like see what other people think.
So if y'all tired of Joe Rogan...
tune in to a little half-core podcast, you know?
Slide through.
Yeah. We've been in this joint for an hour and 17 minutes, man. Is there anything you want to touch up on? Anything that we might have left out?
No, man. I mean, if you guys want to be on the podcast and you guys think you have an interesting thing to say, reach out, you know?
Yeah, that's one thing I always stress. Like, we don't mind having people on. That's what the podcast is for. But you got to be...
doing something entertaining.
Yeah, and like, talkative. Like,
bro, you know what I was thinking?
Take over, man. Like...
That was like if... artists, you guys send a lot of requests. Like, just... I don't know what artists... If they want the interview or if what it is, but... Maybe we could, if you know, down the line, we might be able to do something with music because people obviously want their music. So maybe, you know, we can react to it, have J Poe on here, have another person.
It's all about, like, once we have more financial freedom, I think the content is just going to be
So just be patient with us artists because we do want to help all the artists out and shit, you know.
Right.
It's not that we're being dicks and we just don't want to reply or whatever. But I think, right now we're focused on, I mean, if we hit you up or, you know, like P-Wop and 7, shout out to their manager. They saw that this was a good opportunity for them. So they hit us up and it worked out. You know, it was cool.
It was cool. It was cool. And they took over the interview because that's the thing too. Like, some people don't know how to talk in front of a camera. And sometimes you can make yourself sound dumb and look dumb. And like, you got to know, like, there are certain people that are gifted that we'll invite them to the podcast and they'll give us a good interview because we can do so much. We can ask so much questions, but if you're not giving us a good response that can lead to another question, then
it's dry and it's just not, it's not a good time.
That's something I've learned, you know. It's like, all right, if you have a business or whatever, but are you good talking? Are you good having a conversation with me? That way we can take this to the podcast. You know what I'm saying? That's what it really comes down to. But we're always grateful. The growth has been amazing. People tuning in. The city's behind us. We love it. We want to keep doing more projects. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of being patient. Just reach out to us. Any feedback helps. You know what I'm saying? And
shout out to all the guests, and then also the people that have just been, helping us. Like, hey, you should maybe have this person on,
right.
have this person on, and just the engagement in general is fucking awesome. So thank you guys, and everybody that copped merch. Shout out to you guys.
Yes,
it's nice to just fucking randomly see somebody with a shirt. Stop doing ratchet shit when you fucking wear your half-core podcast shirts. The other day, somebody was out there, I guess, getting arrested or something, and they had a half-core podcast shirt. Like,
that shit was hilarious.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
We're trying to get the good sponsorships, not the fucking.
Yeah, for sure. So before we close this, what is next for us, bro? What is next? What do you think?
Man, just more guests, entertaining guests, from the city. More creative little projects, that we just those little story video things that we do.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know, ways to diversify the podcast. Like I see other people, like Adam 22. They have the podcast, but then they have other things other than the podcast.
Right.
So, maybe we instead, down the line we can do different things other than just the podcasting.
Yeah.
Maybe
exactly.
some.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it is
creativeness.
Creative. Yep.
No drama. No.
Yeah, exactly. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, big shout out to all the people that will tune in and listen to this episode from start to end. Y'all know who y'all are. Big shout out to y'all. We love y'all, man. And we're just gonna get this episode wrapped up. So have a blessed weekend. Stay safe, guys, and we are out. Peace.
Peace.